देश मेरे मेरी जान है तू, देश मेरे मेरी जान है तू, देश मेरे मेरी शान है तू, देश मेरे मेरी शान है तू।
Commemorate the 125th birth anniversary of Dr. Ambedkar. Then to begin the program, I call upon Honorable Ambassador to garland the photo of Dr. Ambedkar.
देश मेरे मेरी जान है तू, देश मेरे मेरी जान है तू, देश मेरे मेरी शान है तू, देश मेरे।
Here to say that we are extremely happy to organize this event and make the following points, very brief points really. Dr. Ambedkar, of course, is known as one of the leaders and perhaps the most important leader who fought against caste discrimination, and that is something we all know. What is perhaps less known, and since this is the 125th birth anniversary of Dr. Ambedkar.
First of all, thank you for the invitation, and the title of the event has been already provided, and I would like to repeat it. We are certainly celebrating the 125th birth anniversary of Dr. Ambedkar, but the title of event is more general, I would say, about the role of the Constitution in a parliamentary democracy, without any specific reference to India on the title. But of course, we shall talk mostly about India, even if it might be interesting from time to time to take kind of broader view. I'm not a constitutionalist. What I've done as far as Dalits are concerned, I've not written, as Christophe has done, a book on Ambedkar, but if I may say so, my connection with the Dalit community has been to be a part, along with my wife, of the life story of Virama, who was...
primarily because he was a thinker. And I know when I have published my book, there was a chapter called Ambedkar the Sociologist. And all the sociologists came down and said, no, he was not a sociologist, come on, he was not knowing sociology. And we had a big debate. Ali Thorner, it reminds me of Alice as well, was the person who in Delhi testified that I had a big argument with André Betel and Deepankar Gupta and many others who said, no, he couldn't be called a sociologist. Of course he was. He was probably the first great Indian sociologist, knowing his sociology on the tip of his fingers. And the footnotes were there, everything was there because he was so well read. Then he was a reformist, and he tried hard to make Dalits enter temples. The famous Temple and movement. That failed. Then he became a politician, and he started the first party, 1935, the Independent Labour Party, which did not do badly in 37, but he transformed it into the Scheduled Caste Federation in 44, and just before dying he gave the idea of the Republican Party of India.
Hello, and Mr. Haseen for their very interesting insights into Ambedkar, who is a difficult figure to characterize and talk about because he was a man of so many parts. And I would now like to request our audience to pose any questions that they have to the two speakers.
This question is for Mr. Jayanti. Could you please tell us what were the main differences in the approach of Mr. Gandhi and Mr. Ambedkar towards liberation of Dalits?
Is that Gandhi believed that untouchability was a drift from Hinduism, while Ambedkar was considering that untouchability was not a drift, an accident, but was really the inevitable result of Manu, first of all.
Not long ago, I read in an opinion poll, maybe in Outlook, that actually it was not Gandhi, neither Nehru, but Ambedkar was the most popular figure in India of today. How is it possible when you see the situation of and the importance of the Dalit community and the way the Dalits are treated in India of today, that an opinion poll says he's the most popular figure?
Terry Anderson, in a recent book, has responded by saying Ambedkar is eulogized because he is not followed. So you have the icon, but it's a kind of lip service that you pay to the good values. It doesn't mean implementation.
We cannot thank you enough, Monsieur Chapralo and Monsieur Hassi, for turning up and for a very engaging, very nuanced discussion. Thank you, audience, for very extremely interesting questions. Ambedkar remains someone who his legacy continues to inform the constitutional values and the traditions of political thought in India. Thank you very much.
देश मेरे मेरी जान है तू।